Hello and welcome to Rebounding Faith. I'm Gina Ferrari.
I'm Kristen Corona.
And I'm Catherine Baer. When walking in faith seems impossible and you can't see the purpose in your pain, we are here to help you find hope in the struggle.
Welcome to Rebounding Faith. For those of you that are listening today, you are in for a treat because we are doing a bonus episode. We feel like during the holidays, people might be traveling and spending time with family, and we just wanted to do something a little bit different and let you guys get to know us a little bit better as we're getting to know each other better as well. And so what we wanted to do today was just ask each other a couple fun questions. And like I said, just get to know one another better.
Okay, and so let me just ask, for those of you that don't know, and you are...
I'm Kristen Corona.
I'm Gina Ferrari.
And I'm Catherine Baer. Okay, back to you, Kristen.
Thank you. I totally just blew right past that as if y'all know who I am
question.
already.
What is your name?
My name is Kristen Marie Corona. My
My
maiden name was...
is Marie, too.
What?
My middle name. Oh, sorry.
There you
Okay,
go.
go
Fun
ahead.
fact already.
Yeah, fun fact already.
All right. So let's start with this question. What is your dream job?
So good. Kristen's looking at me, so that means I'm going first. Me being
Go for
Catherine. I would love to do something in nature. I think I am a big nature person, so I might even say like park ranger, lifeguard. I don't know. Something
A lifeguard
outside.
is very different
Told
than a
us
park
I know.
earlier,
I know.
exercise not so
Yeah.
much, but
Oh yeah, but I don't want to have to exercise to be the lifeguard. I just want to sit
up
on
in
the lifeguard booth or whatever and just look at the ocean. That would be my.
I actually don't want to save anybody.
Let's hope. Yeah, nobody wants to drown on my watch. So I wouldn't. Yeah, wouldn't be doing that. But that would definitely anything outside. I would love.
I could
would
see
love.
you being a really good park ranger.
Yes, I know. Park Ranger Catherine.
Yeah.
I know. What about you, Gina?
Oh my gosh, that's killing me. Okay, so I have two dream jobs, and one is to counter the other. In my daytime job, I am a FBI hostage negotiator.
And that's only limited to daytime
yeah.
because
you're not
no
willing to do
crimes
it at night.
happen at night.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I just like fancy myself as this person who can step into a tense, scary, frightening situation and be able to bring the calm, reason with people, understand what's going on, and everything gets resolved because I've showed up.
And
Wow.
peace out by 5 p.m.
And then I wrap her up by 5 p.m. because my next job is going to be, on the weekends for sure, and evenings, I am a travel blogger. And I get to travel all over the world and let them know what the best pizza is or where they should stay in all 5-star hotels. And
course.
yeah, just... I love traveling, so that would be the other part of what I'd like to do.
That's a
Love
plug
that.
for the travel channel if you're interested in hiring Gina.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Okay, Kristen, what about you?
Well, I'm in my dream job right now, IT services. I always ask people, like, didn't you go to school? Weren't you sitting in college and weren't you just thinking, I want to be an IT recruiter?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I want to build teams of software developers and then deploy them to the Amazons of the world.
Yes.
Like, did you guys not want to do that?
Yeah.
Um,
That's so funny.
you know, prior to my life in sales, I actually played soccer professionally, and I loved that. I felt like that was my dream job and feel super fortunate that I was able to do that. But that's in the past. I haven't played soccer in well over 10 years.
Have you ever met any of the famous women's soccer players?
I have. Yeah, I played with a lot of them, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, Kristen.
Like who?
So for those of you guys that pay attention to soccer, I played with Marta, who's like the best player in the world. She plays for Brazil.
Wow.
Christine Sinclair, who plays for Canada. And then a lot of the U.S. national team players, a lot of them have since retired. I'm not so young anymore.
Mia Hamm, was she before?
She was not playing in the league when I was playing, but
Okay.
Abby Wambach was. A lot of you guys probably know her. There's still a couple women on the team today that I played with. But yeah,
Wow,
that was a really,
how
really fun
awesome.
occupation.
Well, can I ask you, what ended the soccer career?
So I played 2 years professionally, and the second year our team won the championship. So for the whole professional league, we won the championship. And I just had started feeling like I was ready to not play anymore. I knew I wasn't going to be on the national team. So I had, come to peace with that and just felt like I was ready to do something different and felt like I was in a really good spot with the game. I didn't want to be one of those people that was playing 5-10 years later and maybe sitting on the bench and like kind of bitter because I wasn't playing. And I also wasn't scared of what was next. I was kind of excited for the next chapter in my life. I had no idea what that was going to be.
Were you pretty young?
I was 27
When you
Okay.
left?
when I stopped playing soccer. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you left on your own terms then, not due
Yeah.
to an injury or being released.
She wanted to go
from
into
the team.
IT services.
Yes,
Have you ever had that passion? It was just like pulling me into it. But yeah, I tell people I retired at the ripe age of 27
Wow.
and moved on, it was an amazing career. It was really fun. But because that was in the past, I also think I would love to travel the world and be paid to do that. I think that would be amazing.
Right.
So maybe we could take our podcast
Oh,
international.
But we have to leave Catherine at home because
Just
she
leave
doesn't.
me in my park.
She doesn't want to
I'll be in my park.
or go anywhere.
I'll
Could you
be-
call in from your walkie-talkie
from
out
your
in the woods?
walkie-talkie. Yeah, yeah.
I'll be there
Over?
meditating and praying. I'm good.
Eating nuts and
Yeah,
whatever
fighting
you eat
off
in nature.
bears.
We'll be
Yes.
eating pizza and
Yeah.
living our
Yes.
life.
I'll be mentioned on sunflower seeds. All good. So that's a great question. I love that.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to ask you guys, if you could have, or do you have, a hidden talent?
This takes me back to the Breakfast Club scene where they were talking about hidden talents.
I also feel like you were just using your interrogator voice on us. Please, ma'am, would you tell me?
Yeah, we're
I
all
would
in-
definitely sing.
You would,
Sing, or I would be a really good dancer. Like one of those hip hop dancers that you see that can like just is
But you
so
have that
good.
talent. Like, what is your hidden talent now?
Oh, I don't have either of these. I thought this is one that you want.
Yeah.
no,
What,
I'm with you on what I would want because I have no
Yeah.
talents that are hidden.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
So you
hidden
would
talent.
dance. You would be like a professional dancer,
I think
hip
so.
hop
Or singer.
dancer,
Like, think
or
about
singer.
How often you would be able to just sing if you had a great voice.
Yeah.
Like at church, at your friends' weddings, at home. I sing at home now. It's terrible. Andy's
Yeah.
always telling me to stop.
Yeah.
And so if you had a good voice, you could just like belt out anytime and people it would just be
Applaud.
so pleasant.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me tell you, you think you have a bad voice, Kristen? I whisper sing in church. And why is that? Because I was just singing with the joy of the Lord in church. And this little boy in front of me, in the row in front of me, turned around with the most mortified look on his face.
Really?
Oh,
my gosh.
Yeah, he clearly heard me way off key. And so I just like looked at him and gave him the like, you turn around
Mind
with
your own
my
business.
finger. And then directly went to the whisper singing. And so still to this day, I whisper sing in church so that I don't offend anyone's ears. But everything's a joyful noise unto the Lord, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
That's funny.
what's your hidden talent or would
Well, you
be
didn't
hidden
tell
talent?
me what your hidden talent was.
Well,
You just said
I
that
thought
you
I was
whisper.
asking the question.
No.
What would it be?
I do have one.
I
If
know
you guys want
I
to know
have-
what it
you
is,
actually
I do
have
have
a
a hidden
hidden-
talent that
Okay.
I don't share because only I find it as a hidden talent. My husband does not appreciate my ability to do this.
Oh.
But what it is I have come to realize that I can listen to an audio voice, like a voiceover on a commercial or a narrator or something, and I can pinpoint that person in a matter of just seconds. Like, oh, Rob Lowe. Or, and
recognize their voice. Okay.
And my husband will say, no, that's not. And we look it up, and lo and behold, I'm always right.
Wow.
So cartoons, or it doesn't matter, whatever it is, I can recognize that voice and pin it to the right person really fast.
So like in the Disney movies or animated movies, and it's all voices, you can distinguish and know right off who is who.
Yeah. Again, completely worthless skill, but it's hidden and it's a talent.
I think if you think it's a talent, it's a talent.
Yeah.
I say it's a talent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like Gina thought her singing was a talent.
Yeah.
And who cares what that little boy thought?
That's right. Yeah. Are you going with the singing, Gina, for yours?
Well, no. If you could see us right now, my face is flushed with embarrassment. I want to be a sword fighter. No, I want to be like Johnny Depp, just Keira Knightley sword fighting him, or The
so
Princess
funny.
Bride, which is one of my favorite movies ever.
Marriage. Yes.
Yeah, I'd be I don't want to be a pirate because it's just dirty out there and they don't get to shower and all that. But I do want to be able to whip out a sword and do some serious sword fighting at any given moment that I might need to.
Oh, that's so
Wow. Have you ever been to those like medieval times restaurants? Is that what they do? Maybe you could get a job there.
You know, that's a possibility. Do they like seniors that can
They
sword
probably have
fight?
a senior sword fight. They probably have it broken down by age brackets. What if you
Check in the box.
combined that with your day job? I can't remember if the hostage interrogation, that was your day job.
That's my day
right?
job, yeah.
You could combine that in case one of the people actually like attack you. You would have
Yeah,
to
whip out
your
my sword. Because
all
you
coming
have
together.
to be able to bring resolve one way or another.
Yes. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. What is your favorite movie?
Shawshank Redemption.
That's a good one.
So good.
So good. That's really good.
I just, anytime it's on, I'll watch it. And it's so funny. It could be on TV with like actual commercials and I'll watch it. And my husband's like, you could watch that anytime without commercials. Why are you watching the version with commercials?
because it's on. That's the answer. It's
You've
on.
got to stop
Yeah.
and see and watch for a while
Yes.
when you see it.
I just love it.
And
It's
that's a
such
heavy
good story.
movie,
It
but it
is.
has such a beautiful message, right? But it is a heavy movie.
Yeah. How about you, Gina?
Oh, well, I don't know.
She
that-
already said Pirates of the Caribbean.
This is true.
no,
All of them.
Princess Bride.
Oh, that's right.
Princess
The
Bride.
Princess Bride.
Because I secretly fantasize myself as being the young buttercup and having farm boys say, as you wish.
Oh,
To
that's so
anything
funny.
I ask, as you wish.
As you wish.
Yeah, so I loved that movie. Loved it. You know, I loved Top Gun, and they are now going to have a remake of it. But I really liked that. That was a long time ago. And the movie with Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise. Now, of course, I'm
A
going to
Few Good Men?
Yes,
Really
A Few
good.
Good Men. Loved it. You can't handle the truth.
You guys might not know this, but we didn't plan any of this. And Gina's answers are so well
They are
thought
so
out that I
funny.
feel like she prepared to answer anything that we might come to the table
Gosh,
with.
I have a very vivid imagination. Oh my gosh.
Again, another hidden talent.
Yes,
Yes.
true.
Oh,
What's
that's
yours,
so
Catherine?
funny. Mine is The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. I love that. I'm a big sucker for any movie that's an overcoming kind of movie, facing trial, challenges, and overcoming. So whether that's biographies or whatever, but that's definitely, I've watched it so many times. Love it.
Hence the reason you started the ministry.
Yeah,
I
probably.
was going to say, and I'm asking to be Buttercup, and she is over there. a saint. I just like to watch anything that's uplifting.
Just helps
And yet
people.
she
Yeah.
does.
Overcoming. Yeah, overcoming obstacles. Yes. I know.
Oh,
That's
I
me.
love that about you, Catherine.
Oh. Yes. So let's do one more round of questions. What do you
Okay.
guys, Kristen?
What kind of books do you guys like to read?
Well, kind of plays into my day job.
Yes.
I love thrillers. It's a guilty pleasure of mine.
Yeah.
And it's just an escape, but I love thrillers. And I really like, I don't know if any of you have ever read any of Harlan Coben's books. He's hysterical. His characters are so funny, and yet there's a thriller, element to it, but also like where you literally laugh out loud at some of these characters that he puts them together, and so well done. So that's my favorite genre of book. What about you?
I would say the same. I tend to go back and forth between, I really love like just a good leadership book, like something that's going to, I view my job as leadership, and I love
Like
coaches.
self-help type of thing?
Yeah, or just hearing people's stories, like whether it's coaches or people who have been really successful in business, and like thoughts and perspectives on leadership, psychology books, like anything like that, I think is really great. But I can't do too many of them. It's like, to your point, I need to be able to escape. And so I kind of go back and forth between that and then like a thriller or some sort of murder mystery.
Yeah,
like I am really into solving murders. So like that actually might be something, if I could go back in time, to be like a detective, some sort of like true crime detective. And I just get really into them. My husband and I will watch like all those like documentaries or shows.
Yeah.
And I'm always like second or third episode, I'm like, oh, I think I know who did it. And I like start putting like the pieces together. I just love that stuff.
Are you pretty correct? Are you able to figure it out?
I think, yeah, most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like 100% accurate, but
Yeah.
I don't know, I just really enjoy it. And even like when I'm reading a book, I just can fly through those. They're so interesting to me.
I'm the same way. I wonder what makes I don't think I've ever missed a Dateline. It's not healthy. I'm pretty sure it's not. But
Just, like, triple
it's
lock
like
your
all
doors
of
that
48
night.
hours, Dateline, mystery, anything that has to do with that. And my mom, she said if she could have been anything, she would have been a detective.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah. Do you have a favorite author for the thrillers?
I'm so bad with authors. It's like I can remember the names of the books that I've read, but
What's
I can't.
the last one you read that you were like, oh, that was so good?
The last one I
Because I want to get it if I haven't read it.
Actually, okay, I have one on my phone right now. I just picked it up the other day. Someone told me to read this book. Let me find it. I'm planning on reading it on my flight this week, actually. It's called Killers of the Flower Moon.
What? No, I haven't. Who Killers of the
Well, I'm
Flower
terrible with
Moon?
authors, so let me just look this up right now.
And someone suggested it to you?
A couple people. So
Wow.
2 people suggested it to me. And then I actually got on a plane 2 weeks ago, and the lady next to me was reading
it. Did you try to read over her
Yeah,
shoulder?
it's like, "Here, pick it up. Just flip this, switch the page. It's by David Gran.
Okay.
So that's going to be the one I'm reading next.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll have to get it because I haven't. And then you're going to have to go on to the Harlan Coben
Yeah.
and do the Myron Bolitar series where he is a
Okay.
sports agent. You'll love it.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Great.
Catherine.
Let me guess. Something
Just
really
like
uplifting.
only the Bible. I
don't-
don't read anything
I
but
really
the
don't
Bible.
read fiction, actually, at all. I don't. I do a lot of audiobooks.
Uh-huh.
Don't know if that counts. And typically they are geared toward either a leadership or something. Yeah, like I love Henry Cloud, like Cloud and Townsend. So yeah, like Christian books, leadership books, or once in a while the same path. Like again, like biographies, overcoming struggle, how people have overcome hardship. That's a big passion of mine. So yeah, that's what I do.
Do you have a guilty pleasure? Something you watch that you're kind of embarrassed on TV to say you watch it?
Yes,
Well, then say it.
it is. I don't want to say my husband hates this, but it's Naked and Afraid.
Oh,
I love that show
I've never seen it.
because I am a huge Survivor.
It's kind of
fan.
Survivor-ish.
Yeah.
It's Survivor on steroids. It's hardcore because they actually have no clothes. So they have no clothes, no food, they've got to like rough it. And it's 21
and completely
days.
exposed to the elements.
And and it's like it's two people and they have to survive basically. And so again, overcoming the obstacles. Are you seeing a theme
There's
here?
a theme, yeah.
In this one's in nature, so it's two of my favorite things.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Have you
Naked
watched the
and
show? I
Afraid.
think it's called Alone. Similar concept, except for it's just you're out by yourself.
No.
So I think the one that I saw that my husband was watching was they dropped them off somewhere on like Vancouver Island or something like that. And you're just by yourself and you have to completely live by yourself.
Wow.
And you don't, the winner is whoever stays out there the longest, but you have no idea how many people.
Long.
Yeah, you're just every day. You're basically going until you tap out
gosh.
or until someone comes and tells you like, hey, you won. But you have no idea what the other people are doing. And I think that one would really be hard.
That'd
just
mess
like
with you, yeah.
mentally and emotionally to be by yourself
Yeah.
and going through. Now, on Naked and Afraid, sometimes some of those people might wish they were alone based on like who your partner is. Because sometimes you don't know the person that you're
So you don't go
partnered
into it with somebody
I think they've
like as
done
a
different
couple.
episodes where they have done, or seasons where like
It's
was
like a team of
couples or-
people. Yeah, but it is like what is so fascinating to me is why people go home the most, honestly, is the bugs.
Yeah.
They
Hello,
can't
I'd be tapping out
handle
with the bugs.
because I mean you're exposed. Like it's all elements. You have nowhere to go. Like I've seen people deal with the hunger. They have dealt with the elements, but it is the bugs, the sand flies that it just does something to you. It just wears you down where you can't.
Yeah. I've loved Survivor too. And I know, Catherine, you would be good on Survivor
Yes.
yourself. Had thought about filling out an application, but
I have.
Yeah.
I've thought about that. Yep.
but I wouldn't last
Let's
a
fill one
day.
out for her.
Yes, let's, Kristen.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Um,
yeah.
But yeah,
We need to
I
get you
I'd be the
registered at
old
medieval
one.
times. We need to get you signed up for Survivor. And I need singing lessons.
Oh my gosh. I'll sign up for the singing lessons with you. But no, that Survivor thing, like I'm out day one, I'm asking them to vote me out because I could not sleep on bamboo and with bug
Bamboo,
bites.
if you're lucky.
If you're lucky in torrential rains, it's so miserable and only one person makes it to the very
Yeah,
end.
it's not that bad though compared to Naked and Afraid. But what's bad about Survivor is the psychology behind it, the alliances, the stabbing
The
you
social
in the back,
game.
the social game
Yeah.
is, and that's what's so fascinating to me
Mm.
is the social aspect and how people present and
We
play
are
it.
going to sign her up, see
Yes.
if we can.
What if we signed you up, you got accepted?
Yes.
Would you go?
Oh, I would absolutely go.
You would?
So there's this
Then it'd
character.
be foolish for us not
I
to
know.
sign you up.
Absolutely.
So just really quick, and then we can move on. But there's this person on this season that I'm loving, and she pointed out something I never realized is that anytime they're doing something bad on Survivor, there's this song that plays that goes. So everyone, she'll say something like, "Oh, I'm going to go over here and do this," and then she'll go. So now I'll be going through my day, and that's what I hear if I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. Yeah. Anyway, so super funny. Again, hidden talent. But
That's amazing.
Yeah. Moving on.
on. Okay, Kristen, what's your guilty pleasure watching TV?
Definitely murder mysteries.
You guys have a lot alike.
Is that our birthdays are on the same day?
Oh my gosh! Really?
Yep.
Yes, June 27th.
Okay, so Kristen and I share a middle name. You guys share
Share
a
a
birthday.
birthday.
Wow! Look at all this
Yeah.
stuff that we're learning.
And our affinity for murder mysteries.
Yeah.
Yes.
Except I'm not even guilty about that. I'm like, I love it. I love it.
What makes me feel guilty is how much time I spend watching them. When there's a lot of other things I could be doing.
Last question, if this works, but What is the most embarrassing moment?
My whole life has had embarrassing moments. My family has a nickname for me. It's Lucy. It's like, I love Lucy. I'm always getting into something. It's my mom and I are the two Lucys, so it's in my blood. But yeah, so many embarrassing things. Oh my gosh, I have so many. But let me just tell you the latest. The latest embarrassment. My mom and I went to lunch, and I'm not a car person. Cars basically all look the same to me. I can tell the difference between an SUV and a sedan, obviously, but like one SUV versus another SUV, they
I'm with
all
you.
just look the same.
Yep.
And so my mom has this white little Cadillac SUV that, so we went to lunch, she drove, and we're coming back out of the restaurant, and I am just full blown talking about something completely wrapped up in whatever I'm saying, and don't really realize that my mom's like several steps behind me. So I jump in the passenger seat of the white SUV, and I shut the door and I'm looking down and I was like, wow, when did mom get that cup holder? That doesn't even, oh my gosh. This is not my mom's car. I am in a stranger's car. And then I'm just trying to like get the door open, get out,
Oh
get
my
out before they wake
gosh.
up. Why was the door unlocked to begin with? And not only that, when I opened the door, my mom is just standing there laughing, watched me do it. She let me do it and didn't stop me. She said, I was wondering how long it was going to take you to figure out.
Oh, that
And
is
her car was like
hilarious.
right on the other side. And I was like, I am a lunatic, clearly.
Oh, that is so.
So that's the last little
funny.
embarrassing episode, but I have countless. I could write a book on them.
Well,
How
it's funny that you guys, you were telling your story about the needle, and I was thinking about a time when I pricked myself, which was very embarrassing. And then you told the story about the car, and I thought to myself that I called the police once at my high school because I thought someone stole my car because it wasn't in the spot. And then when the police got there, I remembered that I parked in a different spot.
Oh,
So I'll spare you those stories and stick with one that I think is really funny because it also just ties in with me being stubborn. So I've had 4 knee surgeries, 3 ACLs, 1 meniscus. So one of my ACL surgeries, they would go in and do like an epidural, so they numb you from your waist down or whatever. And I didn't do that for all of my surgeries. One of them, just different doctors. So one of them, they just like completely knocked me out. But for this one in particular, it was an epidural. So I had never had one before, and I didn't really understand like the concept of how it worked necessarily or how long it would last for. So I get done with the surgery. My mom's taking me home. I go to get out of the car, and she's like, let me go get your dad to help you get out of the car. And I'm like, I have crutches. Like, I can walk fine. And so she goes in to get my dad, and I'm like, I got this. So I get out of the car, and I start trying to walk. And I look down, and my right leg is just like dragging behind me because I can't feel it. And
Where's
so
my leg?
dad starts coming out, and at the same time, I'm like falling because I
Oh my
can't feel my
gosh, your
leg. And my
legs.
mom's like, Kristen, I told you. So then I fall right after I had surgery.
Oh, no.
So then the doctors had said, hey, every couple of hours, get somebody to help you get up and try and go to the bathroom because your body's not going to be able to tell you that you have to go. So just like do it proactively. I'm like, I got this. So I kind of feel like I'm like coming back around and I can start to feel my leg and see the dirt that was all over it because I fell. And my mom's like, time to go to the bathroom. I'm like, no, I don't need to go to the bathroom. I'm fine. She goes, Kristen. I'm like, no, I'm good. So sure enough, I'm sitting there and I look down and I'm just peeing my pants. Just grown adult sitting in front of my parents, just peeing my pants because I said I was fine.
Oh, I'm fine. I've got this. Oh,
my gosh. So
That
many
is
lessons
embarrassing.
in that, Kristen, in all of our stories, actually. It's just so funny. Oh my gosh. But life would not be what it is if we didn't have these times too.
So
No,
true.
it's been
Celebrate
fun
and
hearing
laugh.
these
Yeah.
stories from you guys. And, we have said before, and we are three women at different ages and stages in life, and we are, and it is just so much fun to be able to do this together and to have different thoughts and the way we see things through different lenses, and to be able to bring them all together in hopefully a cohesive way. But the one thing that is most important is that one thing we have in common is our passion for hurting women, and how grateful we are to have this platform and this podcast to be able to reach out to you guys and let you know you're not alone. And maybe today we just helped you have a little laugh at our expense and get to know us a little bit better so we can make a deeper connection with you guys.
Absolutely. Well said and amen.
Join us next week for another episode of Rebounding Faith. God bless you.
Have a blessed week. Thank you for joining us. Come and join us next week, and be sure to like and subscribe to Rebounding Faith.